Ah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Friday Night is Organ Music Night. Tonight, rags to riches, and yes, you've guessed it, it's all about ragtime music and music that might involve something to do with money. For example, all that kind of stuff. We're going to have some fun tonight. I've had a very long and very busy week, so it's time just to relax and have some fun. At least for you. I get to do all the work tonight, so cheers to that. We started with my favourite piece of ragtime music. By the way, you will probably see me scratching myself to death tonight. The most enormous mosquito in the universe decided to bite the living daylights out of my upper arm here. So, yes, I will be clawing away at that. I'll be clawing away at that for whatever reason. So, yes, anyway, here we are. Here we are. Right, is everything working? That's the most important thing. Let me just quickly do this now before I forget. Otherwise I get into trouble, you see, if I don't do that. There we are. And the organ we are playing tonight is the magnificent Steinmeier instrument in the Church of St. Mary in Landau, down in southwest Germany. Not that far from here, actually. And it's an absolutely magnificent instrument. The picture I used tonight, that picture there, that's me at this actual organ. I used to play this organ on a very regular basis. An old friend of mine was organist there, and he invited me to play there many times. So when I found that this was going to be a Hauptwerk instrument, oh my goodness, I was the happiest man alive, because this is, not only is it a wonderful instrument on its own, it's a wonderful sample set too. So thank you so much to Piotr Grabowski for giving me a copy of this magnificent instrument, and I love using it. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, 'tis September, ladies and gentlemen, and last Sunday we had a what did we call it? September song. We called the concert last Sunday, and there was one piece of music that came in, and I can't remember where it came. Let me just quickly find out. It came in last Sunday night, and it was, let me see if I can find exactly who it was. Ah, there we are. It was Lucian Goodson that sent me this, our Texan friend, complete with hat. He sent me this and asked if we could play it tonight. What's this? Here's something for tonight. A request already coming in, an old fun request, so let's see what we could do with that later on. And this one is a very different piece of music. It's got nothing to do with rags or riches or anything along those lines. It's just a cute piece of music from the 50s. From the 50s, and I think, isn't this The Happenings? Wasn't them that what sung this? I think this was, wasn't it? There was, who else sung this song? I'm going to play it as a begin rather than a sort of a doo-boppy doo-bop thing from the 50s or the early 60s. We'll do it as a sort of a beginny sort of thing. It's in the key of E flat major, and it goes like this. It's something to do with September. See if you can work it out. Cha-cha-cha. See you in September. Yes, yes, yes. Fun, fun, fun. Fun, fun, fun. Lots of pieces of music tonight have 3 things in them. So, yes, yes, yes. Fun, fun, fun. And later on, ABBA with money, money, money. Anyways, plenty of that tonight. Lots of fun. And like I say, I hope you have a relaxing night tonight. I'm going to do all the work for you. You can just sit back and relax. Oh, there's a wonderful request. And there's an even better request. Let's have... that will work out nicely. Good. I like the idea. I like the idea. Let's quickly do this one immediately, because this is a wonderful piece of music. I think it's in here. I think it's in here. I'm sure it should be. Bum-ba-dum. I'm sure it's in here. It's got to be in here. There it is. I thought it might be. There may be some bizarre noises from downstairs this evening, by the way, and that would be the little one. The little one has discovered... well, the sport known as football, or soccer if you're from a certain other part of the world, but a little round ball that gets kicked around the place. She has discovered, when we were on holiday in Italy, we bought a lovely little leather ball, and it was really rather cute. But she's taken to kicking it around the house downstairs. So if you hear any noises like that, it's her chasing mum around the house, playing football. There you are. Perfect timing, because this piece of music, a request from our Carolina friends, a request called Babyface. A nice Charleston style number. Get your knees out and get them trembling. Babyface. Oh, I love that kind of stuff. Wonderful. What a lovely request. Yes. There'll be plenty more of that. So, back to the world of ragtime music. And I think we shall have, let me just type in the word Joplin. And I think we'll have, yes, let's have this one. It's always been my favorite. I love this one. I love it to bits. My favorite rag by Scott Joplin. And it's something I'm horrendously allergic to and shouldn't eat, but I love it. And I do eat it from time to time, and then I come out with some bizarre skin rash thing. What's that thing called? Is it the malacesian? Is that what it is? It's that sort of yeasty allergic reaction you have to certain things. And that flares up when I eat pineapple. So I shouldn't eat pineapple, but I love it. So therefore, let's play the pineapple rag instead. The pineapple rag, which I love. I love that. I think there's something very cute about the pineapple rag. It's slightly different. It's slightly... Is it later than the others? I can never remember when he wrote that. I think it's one of the later ones. I can't remember. And it's a lovely piece of music nonetheless, and great fun to play on the organ. And it's good for practicing your thirds. Yes, scales in thirds. Don't just play scales with one note. Play them with two notes. Dead easy. Just do it. Just practice. It's simple. E flat major is really easy to do, so don't worry about that. Hee hee! Oh my goodness, things are racking in tonight. Oh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. I definitely like that. Good, exciting stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen. There's lots of things going on. I see people are talking about what's in Texarkana. What happened in Texarkana? Tell me more. I'm not sure I want to know. Oh my goodness me, people have been very active already this evening. What's been going on here? Our friend Stefan. Thank you, Stefan. That's very kind. Our friend Stefan has been in there. Tickets. Michael M. Thank you very much to Michael. Is it Michael M or Michael M? I'm going to say Michael M. Thank you very much to you. Wolfgang. Thank you very much to Wolfgang. That's very kind indeed. Alexander Wunderlich. Thank you very much indeed. Lovely. Alexander's still on holiday. I'm so jealous. He keeps sending me pictures of his family drinking cocktails, and that makes me feel jealous because I want to be on holiday drinking cocktails too. Instead, I'm at home at the organ, working, drinking fizzy water. Alexander, thank you very much. And who's this? Jerry! Friday night fun and games. You're right. I hope you're having fun and games. I understand Jerry had a bit of a crappy week, so here's to you, Jerry. I hope you're going to have a restful weekend. You're not, are you? Well, actually, you're going to have a very musical weekend. I'm not supposed to be telling you that. Jerry's up to all sorts of goodies for the weekend. And actually, I'm looking forward to the results of what Jerry's up to for the weekend. It's going to be great fun. All I can say is this. If you know what that piece of music is, then good. But Jerry's going to be playing that, and I hope he's playing it at that tempo. Here's a piece of music that nobody plays on the organ for some bizarre reason. If I could even find the bloody thing. There it is. I don't know. Not many people play this on the organ. I think possibly because it's so pianistic and everybody knows it so well. I would say it's the second most famous piece of ragtime music there is. It's in the key of A flat major, and I'm dedicating it to anyone out there who might be Canadian. You know what I mean. I forgot to turn the camera off last time. I'm sorry about that. I'm so used to not doing it again, but everything's working tonight and everything's working beautifully. What do you think to this overhead look again? I've changed the angle once again. I think it looks better like that, at that angle. What do you think? Let me change it back there. The overhead one, this one. What do you think it looks like at that angle? It's a bit squint. The camera's obviously gone. Actually, it's only a bit squint. Oh no, it is a bit squint, isn't it? Let's change it then. There we go. Yeah, that's... that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. I quite like the overhead cam. Especially when you're running around different manuals, which I'm obviously not doing on this organ very much. Brian with a Y. Brian with a Y. Thank you very much indeed for your ticket too. That's very kind. Thank you. Very kind indeed. Thank you. Splendid, splendid. Right, I'm going to have a chat to you all in a moment. But in the meantime, let's play some music. And we're going to continue with the ragtime stuff for now. Let me turn that off because I don't need the music for this. And this is a piece of music I played a couple of weeks ago. It was a request for a young chap, and I do apologize. I can't remember your name off the top of my head now. But he was requesting the beautiful 12th Street Rag. The 12th Street Rag. And we had a lovely discussion about which 12th Street it might have been. What did we agree on? Did we agree on Kansas City, didn't we? Or was it? I can't remember where we agreed on. I think it was Kansas City. 12th Street. The corner of 12th and Vine. Yes, yes. Well, we all know what happens there. Anyway, the 12th Street Rag, a piece of music by Mr. Bowman et al. From, I think, 1912, if my memory serves me correctly. And I think that the best recording of this entire thing, no matter where you find it, anywhere in the world, I think the best recording was made by a cinema organist, an organist, an English chap called Sidney Torch. That wasn't his real name, it was Torchinsky, but never mind. Sidney Torch recorded this at the organ of the Regal Edmonton, which was not a Wurlitzer theatre organ, nor was it a Compton theatre organ. It wasn't a Kimball theatre organ or a Muller or any of those wonderful makes. It was a Hill, Norman and Beard cinema organ under the name Christie Organs. Hill, Norman and Beard were a very famous church and cathedral organ builder of the day, and they branched into the world of cinema organ building as well, but they didn't call them Hill, Norman and Beard cinema organs. They thought that would be a bit off-putting to the church clientele, so they came up with the name Christie. And if anyone can tell me where they came up with the name Christie, you win a banana. Right, anyway, but Sidney Torch recorded this back in the 30s on that magnificent instrument. It is now housed somewhere in Wales and still sounds bloody good to this day. Wonderful instrument, designed by Sidney Torch as far as I remember. Lots of lovely snappy reeds. I'm playing the wrong organ, aren't I? But never mind, we've got this beautiful acoustic, and here it is, the 12th Street Rag, complete with the verse. It's just so much fun playing that kind of music on this kind of organ. And yes, I have played this kind of music on the very organ in the church as well. The guy who runs the church, or who used to, I don't know if he's still the priest there, a wonderfully sort of with it guy. You could get up to all sorts of mischief. I don't mean that in a nasty way. But they had wine tastings in the church. They had all that kind of stuff. And it's a wine growing part of Germany. They had wine tastings in there, and I used to play this kind of music for them while they had wine tastings on the organ. It's wonderful. I loved every minute of it. Wonderful instrument. I must go back. I don't know who's the organist there now. Should the organist of Mary's Church in Landau be watching, then please get in touch. I would love to come and visit you and do a video on the organ in its original habitat. I think that would be lovely. Wonderful. What a splendid instrument. Right, I promised I would say hello. Oh, by the way, my headphones. Remember there was bits falling off my headphones. Well, because these are the Biodynamic DT900 Pro X range, you can buy individual parts. So I ordered a new lining, a comfortable lining for the top of my head. So tonight they are not resting as comfortably on me nut as they should be, but hopefully that will be there very soon. Oh, what's that? Monica, a thank you from Ohio from Monica. So thank you to you for your super chat. Thank you very much. That's very kind. Ta. What's this? Oh, there's a funny message there. Johan, anyone remember Fraser's impression of Liberace? I laughed so hard I think I peed a little. I did an impression of Liberace. I'm sure I did at some point. What was my impression of Liberace? Does anyone remember? I can't remember. Gosh, I've been married too often to be Liberace. I can't. Never mind. Everybody loved Liberace back in the day, and nobody realized what he was really like until quite late. And then they all sort of said, "Oh yeah, you're probably right," and then it was too late. Anyway, right, let's say good evening to the gang. I shall fold my arms in front of my chest. Wolfgang is here. Good evening, Wolfgang. That's lovely that you are here. Xing Shang Chong is here. Hello. And Xing Shang Chong is coming to visit me tomorrow in church. So I'm very much looking forward to that. Yes. Jerry. Hello, Jerry. There's Jerry. And Jerry's awake. So that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. Jerry, have you had any sleep in the last 72 hours? Please tell us yes. Gerald is here. Hi, Gerald. The Green Frog is also here. Maple Leaf, I see what you did there. Yes, that was my Canadian thing. Get it? There's Adrian Morris from sunny London-on-Sea. Hello, Adrian. How are you doing? Urza is here. Julian Cleek is here. There's Monica again. There's Alexander. There's the Green Frog again. There's Jez. Hello, Jez. Julian GC from Shreveport, Louisiana. Do you still tell us you're from Shreveport, Louisiana? I haven't watched the beginning of the chat for a long time. Right, who else is here? Cam. Hello, Uncle Cam. Brother Cam is here. Splendid, splendid. Oh, God, broccoli. Stop it. The Blue-Eyed Cat is here. Hello, Blue-Eyed Cat. There's Michael Miller. Here's Flagger Teddy. Hello, Flagger Teddy. How are you doing? Mike King is here. Silence Do Good is also here. Silence Do Good. I see. Okay, Matthias Goldman is here. Hello. There's Xing Chang Chang, there's Mike. Johan Östlund is there. Oh, hello. Hello to you too. There's Robert Varner. For some reason with a set square. Why have you... no, let's not ask. Rob Poxon is also here. Hello. That's a good... Bob Bob Poxon. I need my glasses for this. That's far too small. No human being can read that at this distance. Let me close in. The Blue-Eyed Cat. Oh, yeah, we said hello to the Blue-Eyed Cat, didn't we? The Organist is here. Christie was the surname of one of the Hill, Norman and Beard directors. You might be right. Maureen is here. Hello, Maureen. I hope your finger is feeling better now. Yes, it is, thankfully. I've cut it right back all round there. Last week I managed to slice, very cleverly managed to slice half my nail off this way. But unfortunately it revealed the nail bed underneath, you know, that really, really sensitive bit. And playing the organ last Friday was really rather annoying. But nonetheless, I managed to sort of cut around it. And by the end of this week, there's still a little edge on it, but by the end of next week, it'll be absolutely fine. Thank you. Thank you, Maureen. She keeps catching her fingers on things as well. Yes. Splendid, splendid. Oh, what happened there? It jumped. Don't jump, you swine thing. Oh, there it is, right. Robert, Jez, Cam, do goods. CameraTim.com is here. Hi, Tim. Splendid. There's Monica. Yes, love it. Yellowbird is here. Haha, thank you for your email. I'm looking forward to that in a moment. Chlanfair as well. Got to say that properly. John Drake is here too. Hi, John Drake. There's Jeff Ryle. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Jeff, and thank you for your donation, Jeff. Jeff very kindly sent something over by the bank account, so thank you very much there. There's John Wilson. Are you the John Wilson of conductor fame? Wouldn't that be cool if you were there? Do you need an organist? Epson Ewell. Is it Epson Ewell? I'm guessing it could be Epson Ewell. Cool. The Productions is also here. Hello to all. There's David Miller. And I think that's pretty much everyone on the way past. Here is a ticket, and it's from John Wilson. Thank you very much, John Wilson. Ha, splendid. Right. If you don't know who I'm talking about, by the way, John Wilson, the conductor, is someone you should definitely go and check out on YouTube. The John Wilson Orchestra. It's a young guy from the northeast of England who has sort of revived all the wonderful show tunes that were recorded with a full symphony orchestra back in the day. And he does a regular prom concert now in the BBC proms. He has done for years and years and years, but oh my goodness, some of the arrangements are original stock that he got from the libraries, but some of them he has sort of transcribed himself, and absolutely amazing. I listened to them. Well, I listen to some of his stuff all the time. There's a couple of recordings he's got that I keep going back to. I just love them so much. One of them is Slaughter on 10th Avenue, bum, 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 da, 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 which I really have to play on the organ. It's a wonderful piece of music. And the other one I love is the Hoedown from Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, the rodeo dance. I think it's called the Hoedown, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. And John has handpicked every one of his orchestral players. And they all come from other sort of professional orchestras, and he's handpicked them, and they get together several times a year to do projects and recordings and concerts and things like that. And they have so much fun. If you watch the recordings of them playing anywhere when they're out and about, it's wonderful to see orchestral musicians having that much fun. None of that po-faced stuff you get, when they're all sitting around playing, I don't know, Bruckner and all that. Not that there's anything wrong with playing Bruckner, but, if they had that much fun playing Bruckner, I think Bruckner would sound a lot better. Bruckner was a miserable old sod, though, but his music is wonderful. Anyway, never mind. How do I know that? Because I know his successor in the church in Austria, where he used to be organist himself. And all the tales were that he was the most dour character around, Anton Bruckner, very dour character. And any enjoyment he had in life was purely in his music. We will never know. A Garden in the Rain, says our friend Yellowbird. The smallest piece of music I have ever seen in my life. Good God. I need binoculars for that. A Garden in the Rain. And apparently the weather's been miserable wherever Yellowbird is from. I don't know, where's Yellowbird from? John Wilson says, I wish I'm just a young guy from the southwest of Scotland. Southwest of Scotland's a big place. Are we talking Newton Stewart? Are we talking Ayr? The southwest of Scotland could be anywhere. So, where are we talking? Tell us more. Tell us more. We'll come and say hi. I'm from Inverness originally, so there you are. So that's not the southwest, that's the north of Scotland. Not the very north of Scotland, that would be where the Vikings are. Anyway, never mind. Right, so wherever Yellowbird is from, it's been pissing with rain all week apparently. So let's play this piece of music for him. And anyone else who's had pissing rain all week. We haven't. We had one day of rain yesterday, otherwise it's been lovely. Which is why I spent all week in the garage repairing a car. Work it out. Garden in the Rain. Music by Carol Gibbons. Words by James Dyrenforth. Dyrenforth. I wonder where the hell he was from. Ah, a garden in the rain. The words are so beautiful. I was reading the words while I was playing along there. 'Twas just a garden in the rain, capital letters, close to a little leafy lane, a touch of colour 'neath skies of grey. That sounds pretty British, doesn't it? The raindrops kissed the flower beds, the blossoms raised their thirsty heads. A perfumed thank you they seemed to say. Surely here was charm beyond compare to view. Maybe it was just that I was there with you. Now it gets romantic. 'Twas just a garden in the rain. But then the sun came out again and sent us happily on our way. To me, that means they were up to something in the garden while it was raining, and then the sun came out and they buggered off again. So I wonder what was actually going on. Who knows? We may never find out. Rags to riches, ladies and gentlemen, which means I would love to play this. Sorry, what am I looking at? That's the word. Oh, for heaven's sake, why can't I bloody... Do you have this problem when you're typing something in on your Apple device and you go to type the letter I and it never gives you an I? It either gives you a U or an O. Do you have that problem? It thinks that you want to type something else. Obviously I don't, but it thinks I do, and then it does something else. It's most annoying. Do you have that problem? I wish I didn't have that problem. I wish I was in a position of extreme wealth where I could have someone to do all of that for me and I could just hang about on the tiles scratching the catgut. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if I were a rich man. Took you by surprise. Yeah, I love it. I love it. If I were a rich man. When I moved to Germany first, 25 years ago, I played in an orchestra, trombone in an orchestra, student orchestra. I wanted to learn to play. I wanted to learn to speak and understand German from the musical point of view. So I joined an orchestra, and it was a pretty crummy orchestra. I don't mean that in a bad way, but it was an amateur orchestra, but it was a big orchestra. You know, it had everything, and the guy who conducted the orchestra looked exactly like the guy from Fiddler on the Roof. Topol, his name was, wasn't it? He looked exactly like that, even down to the teeth and the hair and the hat. And he looked exactly like him. And I remember one day I sort of said, can we do some modern sort of, when I say modern, you know, this kind of thing. Can I do this kind of music? Film music, show music. And he came up with the idea, yeah, let's do it. And I'd been in Germany for a couple of months already. And I said, you know, if you need someone to help you out during rehearsals, let me know. I am a trained conductor, you know. And he eventually said, oh yeah, all right, you come and take some rehearsals when I'm not there. And that, as well as a local choir I was kind of involved with through an organ thing, that is where I learnt finally to speak German properly. I sort of threw myself in at the deep end and forced myself to do it. So, you know, here I was standing in front of, I don't know, 60 students in an orchestra with my very broken German, trying to explain to them how I wanted them to play this certain bar. And there's no way they could have managed it physically because they were just a bunch of lazy students, basically. I don't mean that in a nasty way. But we muddled through, and we did at some point play If I Were a Rich Man. My plan was, of course, to get the actual conductor to dress up, but he didn't. I thought that would have been wonderful, because everyone would have thought, bloody hell, where did he get him out from? Michael Miller, what chord was that? I guess you're referring to this one. This one. It's a wonderful chord, isn't it? Was it that? It was that. That was it. That was it. It's a wonderful... It was that. Yeah. What chord is that? Well, it's basically an A7 chord, but with lots of extra added notes. It's cool, isn't it? Isn't it cool? Especially on full organ. Let's go back to find full organ. Where was full organ again? Full organ's about here. No, actually this is full organ. So you have A7, and to that you basically add E flat. All right? So you play A7, and at the same time you add E flat, which is a tritone away from A. The trick is to listen to the acoustic dying away. When you play it, it sounds like this horrendous mess. Good God, what's that supposed to be? But if you listen to the acoustic as it dies away, which is perfect in this church, then suddenly it resolves itself. It's amazing the way music works. It's dissonant, 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 a tritone as far away as you can get from any note, harmonically speaking. And you put those together, and then you let the acoustic tidy it up for you. Here it is again. Listen to the tail end as it dies off. Here it it turns into A7. Two stabs of a minor major seventh chord. Two stabs of a minor major seventh chord. What do you mean by a minor major seventh chord? There's a minor chord, seventh. There's a major one. Not sure what you mean there, Tim. You're going to have to explain that a bit better. Yeah. Anyway, never mind. Right, fun. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Right, now back to the things in hand. Let's have a look. Who's been? Nobody. John Wilson was the last person to buy an ticket. Thank you, John. Again, come on, folks. Tickets. Scott Joplin was born in Marshall, Texas and grew up in Texarkana, Texas, my hometown. Oh, good. Lovely. Ah, isn't that cute? The Platts gang have been busy over on the wish list. Good. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah. Cool. Still saving up for a couple of things over on the wish list. Yeah, wonderful. Cool. Thank you very much. Oh, and we've got more requests coming up here. Let's have a look at this one. Oh, now we're talking of fun, silly music from the sort of the ragtime period. I think this one is definitely going to be, it's bound to be in here. It's got to be. If not, I'm see if I can remember it. Stop turning pages, I'm not telling you to. It's not. Surely not. No, that's something else. I'm thinking of something else. Ah! I'm thinking of a completely different song. Because I was thinking I could play it by memory, but I swapped into another song immediately. I'm sure we'll find it. I'm sure we'll find it. Hold on. This is why we have the internet, isn't it? Yes, there it is. Perfect. Save. Ha! Magnifique. What would we do without the internet? Remember the days without the internet? See, I'm old enough to remember that. I'm old enough to remember that. In the old days, they said, knowledge is power. Nowadays, access to knowledge is power. Simple as that. Here is this wonderful piece of music. Is this the right thing? Yes, it is. Sing along if you know the words. It's one of those sort of 1920s rascally tunes. Conrad, I think. I think it's Conrad. These are all the things I used to play. I used to play theatre organs for dancing, as well as just general concerts. But when you're doing sort of quick steps, this is the kind of stuff you do. But I'm going to speed it up. This is going to be a lot faster than Anne Quickstep. Little Lily was oh so silly and shy. Little Lily was oh so silly and shy. I wonder if you know what the rest of this song is all about. Ma, he's making eyes at me. Ma, he's awful nice to me. Ma, he's almost breaking my heart. I'm beside him, trying not to fart. No, hold on, how does that go? Mercy, let his conscience guide him. Ma, he wants to marry me. Be my honey bee. Every minute he gets bolder. Now he's leaning on my shoulder. Ma, he's kissing me. Anyway, right, enough of that. The happy days. The happy days. Remember all those days? Lina Zavaroni, says Julian Click. Why are we talking about Lina Zavaroni now? Gosh. FOTR. What's that? Fellowship of the Rings. I'm sure that hasn't got much to do with Topol. I'm obviously missing something in the old chit-chat there. Gosh. I wonder what this is all about. I'm not sure I want to know. So we've got Fellowship of the Rings, we've got Lina Zavaroni, we've got first computer course I took used IBM punch cards. Where on earth is all this coming from? I remember using the IBM 029 card punch. Right. Well, you go and crawl back into the caves you just came out of, and we'll continue with some music. What on earth are you talking about? I do actually know what you're talking about. Punch cards, yes. I know. Oh, what's this? Dominic. Hello, Dominic. Dominic lives not that far from here now. I haven't seen Dominic for a long time. Maybe Dominic wants to come by again and visit the church on a Saturday. Heavening. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? JSM, the good old days. BBC TV Prog. Good heavens. Oh, Fiddler on the Roof, not Fellowship of the Rings. I know, I'm just pulling your legs. Pulling your legs. Right, now this has got nothing to do with tonight's concert whatsoever, but I just want to, I mean, you have to occasionally dig into the Brown Book of Magic. And I call it the Brown Book of Magic, or Magnificent. I'm going to call it Magic tonight because some of these tunes that are in here, it's up here somewhere. Is it that one? Nope. Some of these tunes could quite, there it is. Some of these tunes could quite easily be sort of jazzy tunes of the day. And this is no exception. It's called The New Song, of course, based on Psalm 98 verse 1. Sing a new song. But it's number 169 in the Brown Book of Magic. And these are actual hymns. But you can play around with them and have great fun with them. This is a page-turning hymn. Hold on, I have another brown book somewhere. Let me go and get my secondary book of brown sauce. And there it is. Yes, I have a very decadent life, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hold on, I forgot to turn the camera back. Sorry, why didn't you say anything? Yes, I've got two of these. Let's just hope that this one's in here. There's a couple of things missing from this one. This is the old one. Oh no, it seems to be there. Perfect. Right then, so let's have this one, number 169. This one doesn't want to stay open at that page for whatever reason it is. But it's great. This is where the fun begins. This could be a piece of music from the Ragtime era. Listen to this. That's something completely different again. No, that's definitely not it. That's naughty, isn't it? You shouldn't do things like that with wonderful hymn tunes. It's good fun. Nonetheless, time, ladies and gentlemen, for something that this organ does beautifully. Yes, it's boogie-woogie at the organ time. We haven't done one of these for a long time, and I did promise that one would happen tonight. So here it is. Now, here's a little trick for this piece of music at the end there. I was on full organ, okay, but when I, what I did was I did this. Okay, and when I played the last chord, I swapped from full organ to this. So what we had was, we had the leftovers of, and And then and because this church is so huge and its acoustic, its reverberation is so enormous, then you can get away with little tricks like that. And it plays with people's minds in the church. Jan, thank you very much. A ticket arrived from our friend Jan. Thank you very much indeed. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tickets this evening. From well over 100 people in the chat and almost 600 people watching the video altogether. So there you go. If all 600 of you were to go and buy a ticket, I'd be a very happy man. Rags to riches, ladies and gentlemen. Back to ragtime music now, but first a drink. And first also a little hello to those who we haven't seen in the chat so far this evening. Let me go back a little bit, see if there are any new folks in the chat. Oh, Dominic Eckhart has arrived. We saw that. Dominic also bought a ticket. Thank you very much indeed. Very kind. Let's see if we've got some other names coming up this evening. See if I recognise any new names since I last looked. Tracy! Hello, Tracy. I enjoy your playing. Well, Tracy, I enjoy your writing. So there you are. So thank you very much. There's Michael Miller in the chat. Were you here earlier? Him Outdoors. Hi Fraser, what music are you reading? Lead sheets. So many questions on setup. I'd like to play the organ in my local church and need a way to get started on this single manual Nicholson. Well, Him Outdoors. Send me an email. Let's get in touch and I shall help you out. There's David Miller. There's Tracy again. Right, who else is here? Per Tiernström is here with a funny face. Hello. I like that. That's cute. Who else is here? Anyone else? Colin Charmley. Hello, Colin. I haven't seen you for a long time. Hello, Colin. How are you doing? I haven't seen you for a very long time. Oh, the camera. Thank you. Yes. I keep forgetting to do this. I need a slave to do it for me. I used to have a slave to do all these things, but Vanessa's doing things with babies downstairs. Vanessa sets things up in the background and she's not sort of active here, so she's not watching what's going on here. Sorry, well done. Thank you, Yellowbird. André Gavot is here. André Gavot. You sound like the kind of person who makes pianos for a living. André Gavot. What a wonderful name. And you, what do you do? I make pianos, Your Majesty. André Gavot. What a wonderful name. You must be musical. There's a picture of a piano in your thing. André, tell us about yourself. Yeah. Back to the world of ragtime. That was it, wasn't it? And we have a couple of Joplin things on here that hardly anyone ever plays. And there's probably a good reason for that. But here's one that I particularly like because our dear friend, also on holiday, Steffi Wunderlich, also plays this on the organ. I think this might sound rather nice. Now I'm going to play it on a very different sound. I'm going to play it on a stringy sound, on a very gentle sound. So turn up your headphones. And get ready for this. This is Bethina, a concert waltz written by Scott Joplin. So it's not sort of a ragtime two-step number. It's a concert waltz, 3/4 time. It's rather cute. Athena, a concert waltz. Something that not many people play at all. Steffi plays it. I haven't heard Steffi play it for a good few weeks. So when you come back from your holiday, I want to hear that again. Yeah, it's a lovely piece of music. It's very orchestral in its style. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. Ooh, who dis? Andrew. Hello, Andrew. Hi, Fraser. Look forward to hearing your advice on getting started. Him Outdoors. His name is Andrew. Now we know. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that, should I? So Him Outdoors is Andrew. Thanks for getting in touch, Andrew. Very kind. Was there an email address there? Yes, there is. Perfect. Right. I shall get in touch with you about that. Let me mark that email so I remember it. Can I do that? I'll put a star on it. There you are. Perfect. Let's remember that. Lovely. Yeah, what a beautiful piece of music. Isn't it delightful? It's nice. I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, thus endeth the trip to Landau. It's time to leave Germany and head to America. And we're going to head off to, I love the speed of this, and click, boom, bang. We are already in theatre organ land. Yes, it's theatre organ time. And we're going to have another few fun pieces of music to close off this evening's entertainment. Look, my hands are actually all completely intact. Like I said, I've been spending all week working on the car in the garage. I've got for I've no idea why, but what sounds decadent, but one of our vehicles is in the garage, and it has been for a very long time, and it's in 1,000,001 bits, or it was in 1,000,001 bits. Over the past God knows how long, and slowly but surely I've been putting it back together this week. So all week this week I was repairing things in the engine bay. I had the engine bay completely sort of taken apart, all parts of the engine and all sorts of things removed, and this week I put it all back together again, and I only have one little thing to do, and it involves getting my hand I don't know how I'm going to do it. I have to get my hand into the tightest possible space down the side of the engine to get to a tiny little sensor about that size, tiny little sensor down the side of the engine. The thing is, nobody ever changes these sensors because you can't get to them. It's basically an engine out job. But I think, with my cunning ideas, I think I have found a way. William, Mr. G, thank you very much. A Friday ticket. Thank you, sir. I think I found a way of actually getting sort of in there with a selection of tools so that I can get this sensor out. And if I can get the new sensor in and wired up, the car will have no error messages on it. And I will have one of the only vehicles of this type in the world that has no error messages on it. So I'm quite looking forward to that. But it's been a long and stressful week doing that, very stressful doing that. And at the same time, I've been spending a lot of time doing my sampling work, doing some denoising work, doing denoising work and all that sort of stuff. So, so I've had quite an exciting week of hands and ears, heads, shoulders, knees and toes as well. And yeah, it's all good fun. Ooh, Brooks has come up with, you know, that's the one. That's the one. Right, we'll have that one of these days. What's this? Ooh, more things. What's this? Ah, okay, let's have a look at that later on. Thank you very much, whoever that is. Thank you very much. What's that? Ooh, Alexander, I'm sure we can do that. I'm sure we can do that. I'm sure we can do that. Right, what was I looking at? I was looking at something here, and it was this. We had earlier on this evening, we had the garden in the rain, wasn't it? Garden in the rain. And of course, the exact opposite of that is, well, it's Cole Porter, isn't it? With, where is it? It's going to be here somewhere. I find all the other ones, but can I find this? It's got to be here somewhere. It must be. There it is. Aha. It's not Cole Porter at all. Sorry, I'm talking rubbish, is it? It's not Cole Porter. Who wrote this? Blue Skies. Who wrote Blue Skies? Irving Berlin wrote Blue Skies, didn't he? It was Irving Berlin, yes. Not Cole Porter. It could have been Cole Porter. It's the kind of thing Cole Porter would have written. Blue Skies, shining on me. Lovely piece of music, perfect for theatre organ land. If you're not into theatre music, hang around anyway, you might enjoy it. It's no different to the music I've been playing earlier this evening. It just sounds different because it's on a theatre organ. Blue Skies, Irving Berlin. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Blue Skies, Irving Berlin, 1920 something. What are we going to say? I think we're going to say 1927. I like jazz tunes in minor keys. There's something cool about them. Here's one in a minor key. It's another blues. Blues my naughty sweetie gives or gave. Gave to me, I think, isn't it? I love this. I used to play this with a band. This was a band that was put together by a jazz fixer here in Germany, and he called us the European top 7. He got his favorite jazz musicians together basically, and made up a band. And this band never existed anywhere else in the world. That's not actually true, because 3 of us played together in a band before. The sort of the rhythm section we played together anyway. And that was the guy on banjo, the guy on sousaphone or tuba, and myself on the piano. We used to play in a band together all the time, but he would put sort of a bunch of other soloists together with us, and it was always good fun. It was always good fun, and we used to get together sort of around Christmas time, and invariably we played this tune together, and it was a feature for the drummer, a young guy from Kiel up in the north of Germany, and he's one of the most amazing jazz drummers you've ever come across in your life. Check out the videos online. There are some videos of this band, just called the Top 7. And then check it out, Blues My Naughty Sweetie. Check it out. The drummer's just red hot. It's absolutely wonderful. But it's a great fun tune, and it romps along something chronic. And I think we need different registrations for this one. I think we need a piano solo, if nothing else, don't you? Blues My Naughty Sweetie gives or gave to me, depending on which tense you want. Nice and fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Blues My Naughty Sweetie gave to me. Oi, 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 oi. Getting old. I'm getting old. I used to romp through that kind of stuff. Absolutely no problem at all. Somebody requested, oh, who was it? Nah, this is taking me back to days of, I'm not sure I've got the music for this. I wonder, can I memorize it or remember it from memory? Not memorize it, you know what I mean. Play it from memory, that's the one. Well, let's see, I'm not sure. It might work. We were talking a few weeks ago about the Blackpool Tower. Remember the Blackpool Tower? The Blackpool Tower Wurlitzer, or the Blackpool Tower Ballroom Wurlitzer organ. And back in the days, this is when I used to visit there. I'm just checking. Yes, there it is. It's a different piece of music that we're going to play shortly. And the Blackpool Tower Ballroom Wurlitzer is, of course, played for dancing. People dance about, ballroom style dancing. And throughout the day, the organ sort of alternates with an electronic organ. And back in the day, back in the 80s, there was a sort of an interlude around lunchtime where the organist would have a break and there was a show, a wonderful show, and the show was Eric Delaney and his band. Now, I met Eric a couple of times, and one of the most pleasant, down-to-earth, genuine, just wonderful, lovely guys you ever wanted to meet in the music world. All these sort of, a lot of famous people in the music world are just animals, but this guy was wonderful, Eric Delaney. And Eric Delaney was probably the most energetic musician I've ever witnessed in my life. And he was a drummer. He was an absolutely amazing drummer. So like the piece we just had there, where that guy Niels would play. Absolutely amazing stuff. But this guy, Eric Delaney, he leapt all over the stage. He had a drum set, the biggest drum set you've ever seen in your life. He had timpani, a whole sort of octave of timpani, and he would jump around on the timpani and then run between the timpani and his drum set. And he would have tubular bells and a gong and all over the stage. And at the same time, he had this wonderful big band all around him as well. And the show he put on it's the most energetic thing you've ever seen in your life, but musically it was just 100% perfect. And I remember as a very young guy, as a teenager, I was waiting to meet one of the organists after the Eric Delaney gig. We were going to meet up and have a look at the Wurlitzer organ under the stage. I couldn't play it because the electronic guy was playing at the time, and Phil Kelsall, the organist in the Blackpool Tower Ballroom, he took me down to the console to show me the console. I was a teenager, I was like 15 or something. And I remember waiting for Phil backstage. He said, just there's a door behind the stage, just walk in there and wait for me. So I did that. And and Eric Delaney was getting changed. He'd just come off stage and he was absolutely drenched from head to toe in sweat. He'd just been on for an hour going completely bananas. And I sort of said, sorry. And he said, oh, don't worry. And as he was getting sort of dried off and changed and things like that, he was asking me what I was doing. And I said, I'm here to meet Phil. We're going to have a look at the organ. Oh, are you a musician? Blah, blah, blah. And I said, look, that's the most amazing musical show I've ever seen. And he laughed and said, well, you're young, you can't have seen that many. And I said, no, but I'll remember it for the rest of my life. And it's true. I have remembered it for the rest of my life. And finally on YouTube, somebody has got one of the Eric Delaney shows from the Blackpool Tower Ballroom on YouTube. And you can see how energetic this guy is and how talented he was. But getting back to the music, is Eric Delaney still around? Or if he is, get in touch. If anyone knows him, tell him to get in touch. I would love to interview the guy again. He's absolutely amazing. Eric Delaney, I thought he was gone. Sorry, I do apologize. Wonderful guy, the most energetic person in the world. And his sort of signature tune, and he would swing on the timpani. He had his brushes. And he would swing on kettle drums on the timpani. And he would swing along and play that, and it was the Manhattan Spiritual. Does anyone remember the Manhattan Spiritual? I don't think I've got the music for the Manhattan Spiritual. Wouldn't it be cool if I did? No, I don't. I wonder, can you find the music for the Manhattan Spiritual online? But I'm sure I can remember it. I can pretend to remember it. Let's see. Let's see if we can remember. I'll have to go and find the music, but it sort of bops on like that. Eric Delaney died in 2011. Oh, damn. There we are. We can't interview him then. Have to get the tarot cards out. I thought he was gone. I did think he was gone already, but oh, wonderful, wonderful. But yeah, the Manhattan Spiritual, wonderful tune. How did it go from there? I'll have to go and have a proper listen to it again and work out the notes myself. But it was wonderful. If you can find videos of Eric Delaney playing this, it's the most swinging, bopping thing you've ever heard in your life. And it's an absolute joy to watch the guy playing, because you can just see how much energy and excitement he puts into his music. That was one of those pivotal moments in my musical life when I saw that guy performing. I thought, God, he's not just performing, he's having fun. And this was wonderful. I thought this was great. But that song, there's something just so lovely about that. It's a kind of... There's another song that does that, and I love it. Actually, it's in my book of goodies. I want to get the book of goodies back out because I want to play that final piece of music. Actually, let's play that one first, and then we'll go back to it. So here's a wonderful piece of music. What is this thing called lunch? Sorry, love. There it is. What is this thing called love? If you take the word love and change it to lunch, it's an old jazz musician's joke. All jazz musicians used to do that. And so this was one we used to do. What is this thing called lunch? Now, this is Cole Porter. I do know this. And it's around the time of Blue Skies, maybe a year later, 28, 29, something like that. Beautiful Cole Porter tune. Sing along if you know the words. A quick once through this thing called love. A wonderful piece of music. The one I want to finish off with tonight, though, and this, as usual, I've left the program long behind that we wanted to have. I wanted to play all sorts of stuff. I wanted to play some ABBA tonight as well, but I think we'll have an ABBA concert some other time. Where is it? There it is. And again, it's this kind of... It's a wonderful thing. It's a sort of a whistling song. You know when you're happy and you're sort of minding your own business and you just start whistling a happy tune, you know that? Well, that's the Manhattan Spiritual for me. got that sort of lovely, happy zip to it, which I love. And this piece of music that we're going to finish off tonight with, which will guarantee a copyright claim, at least another copyright claim. I think we've probably got 3 already tonight. Talking of copyright claims, who's making up for it by buying tickets? You are. That's Michael, or Mishael, thank you very much. Michael G, thank you very much. And Georg. Ooh, new names this evening in the ticket front. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much indeed. Always very kind. I look forward to seeing you all again on Sunday. But in the meantime, should you be a member of the Illuminati of the Gartshore gang, the tuba members with 5 O's, then I will see you tomorrow evening for this month's tuba concert. The first Saturday of every month is a tuba concert, a private concert for the Illuminati, as it were. You too can become a member of that by doing various things. Pop it in the chat, folks. Pop it in the chat and let us know how it works, the tuba stuff. Yeah, join us. Otherwise, we'll see you all on Sunday. And I think on Sunday, shall we have ABBA on Sunday? Who fancies an ABBA night on Sunday? Who fancies that? Who fancies ABBA? I got Michael Miller's ticket, but this was a second Michael. We've got 2 Michaels tonight who bought tickets. Thank you very much indeed. Feeling groovy. Oh, you're right, David Miller. You're not wrong there. Yeah, you're right. Who wants ABBA on Sunday night? Shall we do an ABBA concert on Sunday night? Who wants that? A few people said yes. Thank you for the music. Yes, whatever. All right, let's do ABBA on Sunday night. Haha. Copyright hell. Anyway, to finish off this evening, we're going back to 1950 something or other, mid-50s I'm going to guess, and Cannonball Adderley, remember him? Cannonball Adderley and a Mr. Hendrix. I'm not sure who Mr. Hendrix was, definitely not Jimi Hendrix. And they came up with this amazing tune. I feel like Tony Curtis in what was it? In Monte Carlo or Bust. Anyway, he came up with this amazing tune. The best version of this tune I know is oh God, you know when you can't remember people's names? It'll come to me. Anyway, it's a wonderful piece of music. We're going to finish off this evening with it. I love it. So this sort of rhythm. So you've been listening to me do it all night, and now it's my turn to finish off with a little musical sermonette. Thanks, folks. See you tomorrow or see you Sunday. Take care. Have a wonderful start to your weekend and more anon. Bye-bye.